Welcome back everyone to another F1 Manager 24 video. It's a little concerning that the developers have not brought any updates yet to the game, mainly because of all the bugs we've noticed with the contracts, with some of the driver transfers, some of the vehicle performances during races as well. I've been trying to delay more episodes of this until some things get patched, but I just thought why not just jump into it again. So Japan is up next, which is quite interesting, and then of course we got a lot of upgrades to bring in, but also vehicle components that we have to worry about, especially since Zach totally destroyed the car. So yeah, let's see how things go for us today. If you guys are enjoying the series, of course, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe using the subscribe button down below. Really do appreciate the support. So what do we got? We got about 2 weeks until Japan, and I think we got some vehicle components being manufactured. Chassis is being manufactured and underfloor is being manufactured, potentially coming in before the next race weekend. So that's always good. Do I have any hours remaining is the question. Or maybe we'll get new side pods. Do I have a new side pod component? Not yet. We do have some time remaining, so let's invest the rest of this time into building a new side pod. Okay, so this is the allocation we're going to give it. Drag reduction somewhat, but mostly focusing on engine cooling, because cooling is very important considering we have now mechanical failures to worry about, and we want to cool the car as best we can. A little bit in the front aero and middle aero. So that will be fine. And then we'll put the remaining engineers and normal on the car development. 1 mil spent. Very nice. Good news. Weather facility came in and a race simulator came in. So 2 new parts of the factory or the team equipment has come through. Facility upgrades have come through. I think race simulator level 2 might be fine. Operation, we're still upgrading helipad. Hospitality, weather center I think is fine in its current state. I think I might just do one more upgrade on the race simulator so that our drivers improve better. We do have 8 mil remaining, which is fine. Okay, so Alex Dunn wants a counter offer. This is broken, so I'm going to cancel the hire completely. Another good news, helipad has come through, so we'll upgrade this once more with 800k and fully max it out so that we can make the most money possible. Another piece of fantastic news, rear wing design is complete, so that's always good to see. That's another upgrade we can bring in next time. Another counter offer, we don't want to mess with that because it's always broken. Cancel hire. Monthly affiliates development. Ooh, this is some good news. Douglas Alfonso really moving up, and Isabella Cowell having better control, so that's good. As for our drivers, Behrman going up in control and adaptability with defending and accuracy, so that's always good. And the reactions for Zach O'Sullivan going up as well, so that is good improvements. Okay, so we have a sponsor plan review, and we have completed all engagements, so that's good. 1.1 mil earned. Mandatory activities none, so we just made this basic money. 1.1 mil is always good to have, so let's see. Yep, 9.8 mil. Always good to see money go up. This is bad news. Design center fire. Oh dear, our car part development will be delayed by 9 days. Ay, this is not good. Well, we'll have to accept that there's no other choice. As for vehicle improvements, we do have C2 that's come through. We got more manufacturing, but I want the buffer in case they total the car, so I'm going to give Behrman the upgrade. What about front wing? We only have 2, which is a problem. Rear wing, we are still not developing. Side pods, we are researching, of course. Underfloor. Could I give Behrman the underfloor? I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't crash the car, and then suspension is still the same. And just like that, it is time for Japan. We have a balanced circuit, low high-speed performance. Circuit info on weather. It's going to be hot, but not expecting rain. So let's see. It's 30-second pit time loss. It's a 2-stop strategy recommendation. It's going to be hot. Lap record is 130. Okay. So that's good to know. 2-stop and 30 seconds in the pit lane. So let's take a look at our race targets. I think P21 currently car performance is 19th, so it's not bad, but still expect P21 to be the target we aim for, and then Zach's car is just poor, so we'll just see if we can get him ahead of someone else. So P21 as well. All right, free practice is done. 99% set of satisfaction for Ollie Behrman, 100% for Zach, so that's promising. Preparation and confidence is pretty high, so that's good to see as we head into qualifying. And here in qualifying, we need to give these guys the best car parts. I think it is time for some fresh engine components for both cars. And for Ollie, it's quite easy because he's still using the first group of engine components. Meanwhile, for Zach, it's more complex considering he's been the car a couple times. One weekend and he's ruined the car, and I think we will take a penalty this race and give him a fresh gear ERS, excuse me, not gearbox. So yeah, this is not great, but it had to be done because he ruined his car. Okay, so by the end of the 2 laps, we got 7/10 off the pace of Magnussen for Behrman, P3. Zach, not as good right now. Of course, Zach has the older car, so they'll come back in and we'll see what we can do. Okay, P15 for Ollie Behrman. What about Sullivan? Zach O'Sullivan. Crossing the line does not improve, so that's it then. That is it. Dead last for Zach. Meanwhile, Behrman is in P15, which is good news for the upgrades. We didn't bring every single piece of the upgrade, but at least the ones we brought in, I think the underfloor and the chassis is looking fantastic for the car. Yes, let's go. Zach knocked out, but Behrman, who is taking a penalty because of the engine glitch. We're still within allocation, but we take penalties because of it, which is stupid. These guys are very slow in getting the upgrades or updates out, and that is slightly concerning. Bottas, Gasly, Albon, Zhou, and Leclerc also knocked out. Leclerc is a shocker here for Ferrari. Wow. But yes, Q2 appearance, here we go. We don't mind too much in taking a low grid position in Q2, but making it into Q2 is a huge jump. Okay, Behrman completing his first lap of Q2 goes P2, right behind Ricciardo by a second. This is on used tires, so I'm not too surprised. We'll do one final push lap on fresh tires and see where he puts the car. I don't expect to get into Q3 just yet, but still, this is very good. Alright, by the end of the session, P15, he does not improve on his second push lap here, but he did improve slightly. P15 is good though. Very strong from Behrman. I like what I've seen here. First Q2 appearance since the start of the season, so it's a good step forward. Oh no, I think I just saw that Zach has car damage. What the heck does that mean? Well, P15, we might be getting some grid penalties here, starting from the back of the grid. So yeah, 21 place grid penalty. Why? I'm within allocation here. I should not be getting a penalty. I understand O'Sullivan's penalty, but I am still within allocation. I did not bring a new car part, so why is there a penalty? Seriously, Frontier Development really screwed up the release of this quite a bit, which is a whole other commentary I can give. But what's broken here? They said car damage. I don't see any damage here. Okay, so it's going to be a soft, medium stint for both drivers, P21, P22. I think this is the best way we can get these guys to finish in a decent position. We'll see how well they do in the soft stint, but the 2 medium stints should help us out. Safety car or something happens, then we might pit for Hearts at some point. Let's see how this goes. Well, we've been shafted by phantom penalties here, unrealistic penalties, unfair penalties, but let's see how well we perform as we send Sullivan and Behrman onto push modes. Easy overtake for Behrman, who has the superior car. Come on, stick with it. Nice. We've underfueled the car a little bit as well. Ooh, Zhou going wide. ERS battle assist, get rid of that. Sullivan suddenly finding some pace there. Let's take a look at how he performs. Okay, we're risking it, so I'm pushing him down to standard now. We can keep pushing on battery and fuel for sure. That's no problem. Look at this pace. It's pretty good. 140.0 while Zhou did a 141, so that's pretty good. We are faster than Joe a little bit with O'Sullivan, but I think Behrman should be pretty quick as well. O'Sullivan catching up on Gasly, who's lost some time to Leclerc, who does have the superior car against him. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Alright, Behrman, you start pushing now. Oops. Okay, he's out of battery. But we are inside DRS range of Gasly, so that's always good for Zach. It's going to be a matter of trying to stay close and recharging the battery with that DRS. Okay, Behrman, can you make the move? Finally. Nice. Keep going, buddy. This is looking okay for both drivers. We're on target. P21 and above, we are on target. Oh, Behrman going for the move on the inside. Okay, this is fine. Oh, guys, stop fighting. I don't want to tell them to don't fight teammate because then it's going to really slow us down. Some friendly argy-bargy is fine. But I need these guys to really just work together here. Telling O'Sullivan to back off a little bit by giving him less fuel deployment and to charge the battery. Let's get Behrman to charge up as well. Alright. You can start to push yet again. Close that gap for DRS. And to keep Joe at bay. We're still some ways away from our first pit stop. Ah, shucks. O'Sullivan is starting to lose ground on Joe. Defending nicely, though. Alright. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Do you get DRS? Did you steal DRS? No, he did not. So Joe has DRS. He's going to get past. Behrman's pulled a gap. 3 seconds and a bit. So that's fine. O'Sullivan, I hope you can stay close to him. He's deploying a little bit of battery, Joe. He's really pushing here. Meanwhile, Behrman's charging up, conserving a bit of fuel. We can double stack, I think. The gap is large enough for a double stack. Because the gap is 5 seconds-ish for something. And if we do a little push with Behrman, he should find a gap. So this gap allows us for a double stack, which will help against Joe. And I think in a moment we'll be ready for another push on Gasly here. Try and close this 3-second gap that we are trailing. Oh, we've closed up. We've closed up to Sargent here with Behrman. We'll reduce the pace a little bit here. We can double stack. We got DRS. We're going to lose touch to Sargent a little bit as they start pushing with their ERS a bit as well. DRS, ERS in their battle. Gasly and Sargent battling. We are... Oh, Behrman. Behrman went wide for a moment.
Yeah, sorry.
Oy, 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 oy. More issues, more problems. Big problem. Alright, a little push now, buddy. A little push now. Come on. Catch up to Sargent. Oh, he's 36%. Okay, so we're gonna time this right. Okay, Sargent is within closing distance. VSC. Alright, we double stack right now. We double stack for the mediums. Okay, what happened? We recharge, that's fine. Recharge and low fuel. We box right now. Is it a safety car? Is it getting upgraded? Virtual safety car still. Virtual safety car. Joe crashed, so that's good for Sullivan. O'Sullivan. Let's see. Oh, he spun it. Oh, that's pretty big. And there he is, Zach O'Sullivan. Okay. So we're boxing. We got the undercut on Sargent. I mean, it is the window to box for mediums. Joe retired, so we are hitting our objective of P21 or above. So, Zach and Behrman both in. We're double stacking. Good. 2.9, a little slow, but O'Sullivan is still down the pit lane, so we're ready for him as Behrman leaves. 2.6, can we aim for 2.6? 2.6, I called it. There we go. Alright, that is a good stop for both drivers. Let me just tell them to attack and bring the tires up to temp, and then we should be ready for the VSC to end. And we'll be in good shape. We got the undercut right now. Prize no one else. Oh, Hülkenberg as well. Magnussen. This is a Haas double stop masterclass, hopefully. We'll see. Oh, Gasly in as well. The VSC is delayed. It's a little slow. But that's still decent for a double stop. What about Gasly? Onto the medium, soft medium. Tires are not heating up as fast as I hoped they would. They're struggling to heat them up. So I guess there's no difference between conserve and high press. Okay, virtual safety car ending. So let's go aggressive. How did you not recharge the battery in that time, man?
Copy.
Okay, we go medium and then attack. VSC should end, and Perez got shafted. Wow, Perez did not make it in time. Alright, here we go. 3 seconds behind Gasly, 13 seconds behind his Zach. Let's see how this plays out. We're just trying to bring these up to temp because we don't have much wiggle room in our strategy. Oh, another yellow flag. Someone's bended. It looks like it's Ocon who's bended. Ocon lock up in turn 15.
Now we see this was at turn 15.
Yellow flag mishap.
The
That
brakes
is...
couldn't
Oh.
cope. Just unable to control
Locked
the
up.
car by that point.
The penultimate corner, essentially. And we're ready. Okay, people are pitting right now. They missed the VSC. Leclerc into the pits, leaving now. Sargent into the pits and leaving now. Soft tire. It's an interesting call. Alright, we keep going. Behrman overtakes Sargent. Sargent in between O'Sullivan and Behrman. Maybe I'll give Sullivan a little push order here. See how far up the grid he goes, or how much he can close up to Sargent. Okay, Albon releases just ahead of Behrman, so that's good news. O'Sullivan has not made up ground on Sargent, so we'll just relax him a bit. Maybe he can go balanced, because balance will still save fuel by a slight margin, and we're still very early doors. 4.7 kilos should be fairly easy to conserve, considering we have like a semi-decent, I think second best fuel-efficient car, or fuel-efficient powertrain, so we should be fine. Okay, do we beat Bottas and Ocon out of the pits? We do. The undercut worked with Ocon and Bottas, as well as Sargent. They're behind us by 2 seconds. Alright, maybe less. 1.6. Think it is time for a little push, but I don't like how our battery isn't recharging as quickly as I hoped it would. It's closing in even more. 1.8, 1.7. O'Sullivan is a lost cause at this rate. 8 seconds. Pretty severe. Let's go balanced and see how this plays out for us. I think we can go balanced until the end of the race. We'll see. I'm in 2 seconds now, so that's okay. And just as expected, Bottas has caught up here. Bottas has caught up. He's been pushing, I think. He's on softs as well, so I'm not too worried. Ocon on hards might try to finish this out, I think. Interesting strategy call from Alpine. I think we gotta tell Zach to push as well. We'll see how that goes. Let's see, Behrman pulling away, which is good. Giving him the ERS to do so. I'm hoping these guys will battle it out. So Sargent's at the back end of this short kind of train, 3-car train that's forming here. As you can see, Behrman is all the way up there, making his way past 130R. So this might be a battle occurring amongst these guys just behind. So let's see. Please battle, Ocon. Please battle. He's on hards, so he's not going to have the straight line speed for it, or the grip for a decent clash. Decent battle, but I think we should be fine for the most part at this stage. Okay, this is getting intense now. Ollie Behrman has 2 cars to defend right now. They're going side by side out of the final chicane. And they're side by side going down the pit straight as well. Oh, there's a blue flag for Verstappen, who is 16 seconds ahead of his teammate here. Alright, so we'll relax a bit here. I think we're going to have to let Verstappen through soon. Can we please get the rear cam, please? Let's find a strategic place to do so. This seems like a nice spot. Oh boy, that did cost us some time. But no big deal. We're using the tools to our benefit here, trying to find a gap and trying to cause problems for Bottas. We'll go neutral down this straight, and then we'll do balance and deploy, heading into 130R so that we can really push the car and build a gap on Bottas, which has been the key, as you can see. Nice. And then as we head into turn 1, reduce, and we keep the roadblock, the cork, going on track here. No, 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 no. We lost out to Bottas. This is bad, but we will get DRS here, hopefully. Nice. We got DRS. This is good. Let's do some neutral running then. I was too busy on O'Sullivan. I was wondering if I should give him a hard tire strat, but he is out of the running anyway. But we'll see. Oh, O'Sullivan caught up to Sargent. Oh, perhaps Sargent just pit. He may have just pit, yeah, for hards. So that is quite fascinating. O'Sullivan keeping nicely behind. Keeping Sargent nicely behind, but that should be a done deal soon. Looks like Bottas is going to pit. We'll go one more lap then. Do we go one more lap? I pit him for hearts. Let's do it. Bottas is our competition. Maybe O'Sullivan as well. Nah, he'll go on to the mediums. He'll keep going. He doesn't have competition right now. We'll get the undercut on Bottas. Let's see. Albon in the pits for what? No, he wasn't in the, well, he just released on mediums. Hard should be fine, and we can push a bit with the hard, so we have some breathing room with strategy. So this should be fine. Let's go attack. This is fine. Yes, more breathing room. I like it. Alright, let's tell O'Sullivan to push then. Okay, undercut on Bottas is for sure. He's moving on to what tires? Mediums. Let's see. Behrman pushing on the hards. Just behind. There's Bottas. Okay, this is fine. Let's see. O'Sullivan in. Can we get a decent pit stop going? It'd be nice pit stops training. Let's go standard here. 2.9. A little slow. Okay. Let's close in. Let's tell Behrman to close in on Bottas. O'Sullivan can just keep going on his merry way. There's no real threat. Maybe he can catch up to Sargent, who has some kind of mechanical issue, as well as Ricardo, but Ricardo's only a minor one. Oh, we beat Ocon out of the pits, but he will have fresher tires, and he's on the soft, so he should catch us relatively easily. But I'll take a overtake wherever I can. O'Sullivan has been pushing for a lap. Let's see what he does. Yellow, green, yellow. That is not reassuring. He is slow. Okay, Ocon has just gone by, I think. So yep, this is pretty much our finishing position. 19th. It's the best I got. Maybe we can try and get O'Sullivan to catch up to Sargent, who's struggling. It's only 10-second gap now. It used to be like 20 something, so he is slowly catching. We got 8 laps. It's 9 laps remaining. So please, 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 please. Granted, we are lapped, so we might be fewer than that, but still, it looks like it's a possibility that O'Sullivan could potentially find himself in the rear end of Sargent, which would be a decent position to finish, and P20 would be very nice to finish in that spot. Okay, final lap for Max Verstappen, who's 23 seconds ahead of Sainz. My gosh, that guy cooked. Behrman's just about to start his lap as well, so let's just go for it. See what he can do. Sullivan, agonizingly close right now, but I don't know if I can catch him. I don't know if O'Sullivan can catch Sargent here. 2.6. Can he find the pace to catch? Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's coming down. It is coming down for sure. Trying to give him everything in our arsenal. It's all or nothing. Let's get some deploy going as well. think we're a lap down, so this minus 0.2 kilograms should not be an issue, I think. Come on, buddy.
Max Verstappen.
Max
over the
Verstappen
finish
wins
line,
it.
And today's winner.
And Behrman goes P19, which is huge. And O'Sullivan has 2 corners and a chicane. Well, 1 corner and a chicane. I don't think he can get him. Let's push it. Nah, he can't. He can't. Such a shame. Finishing just behind Sargent, who had engine issues. But it looks like some kind of mechanical issue. So close. But yeah, that is it. P21 and above secured for both drivers. So that is huge. Well, you look at that. That was close indeed. Thankfully, Zhou Guanyu crashes out. So we get P21 and P19. The upgrades are looking nice. So P19 is possible. So let's keep the upgrades coming. We have a couple other parts, upgraded parts that we haven't put on the car just yet. So Ollie Behrman's P19 is looking good. For us, we jump up to P20 now for Ollie Behrman and P21 for Zach O'Sullivan in the driver standings. In the constructors, we're still P11. We need to find a way to score some points here. Pit stops were overall slow. 2.6 was the fastest we had. Still on 8 points, P10. Zach O'Sullivan's 2.6 was the best we had this weekend. But 566k in the bank, I will take. And we're moving on to the next race, which is China.